Okay, here we go. We're going to find today's pattern at pattern-collections.com. We're going to scroll down to Pattern Focus to find today's pattern. And today's is called Spiro or Spiro. I'm going to start with some little spiral shapes that connect, so they're like a circle and then go in or come out and go around until they're as big as you want. Either way, I don't think makes much difference. Leave a little gap between them. In that gap, you're going to draw a triangle. Not too sure why you have the dots there. Do we need the dots? No, not particularly. Okay. Then, inside the triangle, you're going to aura that. And on top of here, we're going to come out and do a little spiral. Come out and do a little spiral. Come out and do a little spiral. Going both directions. That's how I would draw that anyway. Because if you start here, you might not have enough room. So I would start with the middle one and work my way out, because you can make that as big as you want. So you have these little like umbrella like things and a triangle, and like an umbrella thing and a triangle. And then there's some variation. You can fill in the triangle. And there's the sample with it going across like that. And a little, that's this tangle here, I think it was called macrame, this one. But there's that one. So let's give that a go. Reach up, turn on my new light. Nice and bright. Hope you can see. And let's do the string. I'm not sure I'm going to use the string, but you know, the string is there just as a guide. It is not a path in stone. It is a guideline, a general composition tool. Like that. So, I don't want to do this. I want a spiral here. I want here. Something like that. And then we're going to draw a triangle. And if you were concerned about your triangles and your spirals, you could actually draw your triangle first if you want. Like I can draw a triangle here and then decide which direction my spiral is going to go. You could just alternate drawing your triangles and your spirals, and then they can be whatever shape you want. Say like that. That's kind of fun. Do it like that. That works. So this one's more of the traditional tangle, and then this is going off kind of in my own direction because, you know, that's what I do. Okay, so this is going to have, let me zoom in just a little bit. It's going to come out like that. Something like that. You can come down further. Like that. Come way out. Maybe just do two. And then you can make them really small. Have fun and embellish, right? This one, I think since it's up here on the top, I'm going to go ahead and do more. Like that. Why not? We're just going to give him all sorts of personality, right? I'm going to do this one going both directions. Like that. Why not? 'Cause I can. Right? I was just going to have one. That's definitely different. Okay, now let's embellish our triangles. We can do like the step out shows and fill it in. Or we could, oops. This particular piece of paper has some fuzzy bits. Could give it some cross hatching. Like that. Or we could just do the corners like that. I could put dots. I'll do that without actually drawing that triangle. Same here. Do it like that. Suppose I could do it all filled in again. And I'm going to do dots in this one. And I'm going to do cross hatching again in this one. Like that. Okay, I've got them all filled in, all different directions, all different, looks like some sort of balanced something that's going to topple over, or that was balanced and has started to topple over. Maybe we'll do some cartooning. Thing that shows that it's toppling. Yeah, that's cute. This was called Spiro. S-P-I-R-O. String 45. And let's give this a bit of an erase and then some shading. how do I want to shade this? I guess right here where it's like coming out from under the triangle would be best. And maybe here. I think that's good. All right, a little bit of shading, a little bit of blending with my blending stump. For those of you who ask, I just use a regular old blending stump. Just look up blending stump in your art supplies. I prefer the blending stump over the tortillon, or tortillon, however you say it. But you use whatever is comfortable for you. This reminds me of back in the day when I first started Zentangling. People were playing with, they were called stacks, where they would take items, shapes, not items, although some people were drawing items, but pretty much they were drawing shapes, and they were just stacking them on top of each other in ways that were not physically possible in real life, but it made a fun, exciting drawing to stack things like that. If you do Google search for Zentangle stacks, I'm sure you will find some interesting stuff. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. Next, oh, I haven't used this yet. Okay. I actually prefer desktop. Okay. Now I want to use a search engine, and I want to do Tangle. Oops, didn't spell that right. I know how to spell Zentangle. Zentangle stacks. Yeah, just in your search engine, use the word Zentangle stacks and you'll find what I'm talking about. This, I don't want to show an image that I don't have permission to show, but just use that as your search thing, Zentangle stacks, and you'll find what I'm talking about. You'll stack up your square shapes, your triangle shapes, your round shapes, or whatever. And then what you'll do is just do a little bit of a curve, like right here. Let me zoom in, and I'll do it to this bunch here. And you'll do this little curve to connect your pieces to each other with this little curve. But you really, that really gives you the illusion that these things are falling. They're stacked and they're somehow connected, but they're not connected in a way that is physically possible. But that's what you do. You just do this little tiny little bit of like a curve. You fill in just like that, and that does something to it. I don't know what exactly it does, but it does something with your eye, and it gives you an idea that these things are not actually falling over, but that they're stable somehow. I don't know. Like that. More like that. Do that little curve. We were doing these all the time, I don't know, about 2 years ago. It was fun. Okay, it's more like a stack. Here we go. And somehow they're like they're attached more securely, like they're glued together, but you know that they couldn't possibly stand like that in real life, especially if you have a pointed base. It's really kind of fun. Anyway, you guys look that up. Zentangle stacks. Like I said, I'm not going to show somebody else's copyrighted image on here. Don't think that's not kosher. But you are free to share my image if you want. That's fine. I've got it out here in the YouTube world. It's not exactly what I would call private. There are some of my art that I don't put on social media because, you know what, it's my art and I can share it or I cannot share it. And I know that if I put it out there on social media, no matter how, if I watermark it, if I sign it, if I, no matter what I do, if I put my art out there, I know that it can and probably will at one point or another be stolen or shared without my permission. So, you know, I understand that will happen, and so I'm willing to just go ahead and let that occur. You know, if I was making a living from this, I certainly wouldn't, but since it's just me sharing my stuff for free, it doesn't, you know, I understand. Your stuff's going to be out there and it's going to be shared, and you know, if you don't want it out there, don't put it on social media, don't put it on the internet. If you want to keep it safe, do what you can. Some people put watermarks across, and that helps to deter, especially those who are overseas, who are just, you know, grabbing images from the internet and then slapping them on products and then selling them. You know, helps to deter that, but they can get around it. They certainly can. If they find an image they really like, they will totally erase your watermark out of there. You know, Photoshop is an amazing thing, and they can get rid of it. So it's not a foolproof protection. It isn't. If you don't want it, if you don't want your artwork copied or shared, just don't put it on the internet. That's my advice to you. Meanwhile, I share mine everywhere because I really don't care. For me, it's the act of drawing, and it's not the actual product that is the point of this whole exercise, right? I've told you guys that before. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Go out and do something nice for somebody today. I think I am done for the day. I've had enough. I will come back and draw again tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.